What's up, everybody? Can't flip for ship here. And I'm here with the Happy New Year's post. Happy New Year's, everybody. And I was gonna post one last night, but I got too sauced and I ended up not being up in time for it or getting it up in time. So, dang, does this thing not look so beautiful? But I just wanted to make a post this New Year's. I look both ways before I cross the road, son. That's what the cool kids do. They look both ways. But no, I just wanted to make a post just talking about something that I think is important. It was just all this video is really going to be. This is the spot where I want to flip from here on out. Is 3 tidbits of advice for going into the new year that I think people will enjoy. And it's just 3 tidbits of advice, not coming from a point of somebody who thinks that they're better or that they are wise and can impart some knowledge on you, but just coming from your boy Can't Flip for Ship. I'm not that guy. I'm not special. I'm not some sort of guru, but it's just things that I've learned that I will share with you in case they could help you out. And think of it like a brother to a brother or sister or whatever your identity is on that spectrum. But okay, so I will say the first tidbit of advice is no one is more responsible for safeguarding your mental health than you are. And all that really means is just that, you know, in this life, there's a lot of things that can really hurt our mental health, you know, including the media that you consume. Are you consuming the right type of media? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you checking in with yourself? Are you doing things that you know are self-destructive? Are you partaking in the algorithm? Are you choosing anger in instances where it's not always the best choice? Are you choosing anger instead of understanding? All these little things kind of add up. And, you know, a lot of people get caught up in this thing where they have like codependency on somebody. It could be, you know, your significant other. It can be your boss. It could be your mom, your dad. It could be your favorite YouTuber, where you start to rely on these people for mental health problems that you have, whenever you need to realize that these people, they care about you, and they do love you. They do want the best for you, but also they're not going to care as much about your mental health or be as affected by it as you are, or even know to say anything in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, do you know that you need to seek help, but you just refuse to because of, you know, everybody has their reasons, but you just refuse over and over again to get the help you need, or, you know better, but you just feel like maybe somebody else could be there to help you out, right? Ultimately, in this life, you're responsible for yourself. And so if you know that you have a mental health issue, you got to help yourself out. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong with fortifying yourself, right? You know, if you need help, get the help. Even if you don't need help, strengthen the mind. Make sure that you're reading. Make sure that you're consuming the right type of media and not getting on, you know, the wrong type of stuff and torturing yourself subconsciously. All right, so that one was a little deep. Well, they're really mostly going to be pretty deep, but let's move on. The second one, the man who is always right is a fool. And this one is a good one because there's a lot of people these days that get caught up in thinking that, you know, it's always like, it's like a bad thing to be wrong. And I'll tell you, as somebody who's been wrong many times in their life, I have always appreciated the times that I've been wrong because they've made me better. They've made me smarter. They've made me stronger. And they've changed my perspective and they've made me wiser. So you always want to be seeking, remember, the pursuit is knowledge. The pursuit is not always being right. So I think that's something that's important to remember as we move on in this life, which is just that. Sorry, I was focusing on that trick. But yeah, it's just that, you know, we don't want to be always right and seeking everything, because that's the way that we don't learn. You know, even when you're around somebody who you don't think can impart knowledge on you, or you don't think could win an argument with you, try to understand their side of the debate, or their side of the argument. This goes for everything, even including politics. I know it's easy to get radicalized nowadays with the algorithm, but just remember, you know, everybody's a person, and most of the time people that are wrong are not some sort of evil idiots that just have all this malicious intent. Really, it has a lot to do with they're misled, or you could be the one that's misled. You know what I'm saying? So you want to always try to consider the other side and always be in pursuit of knowledge, not in the pursuit of winning arguments, because that doesn't do anything for you. You don't gain anything when you win an argument. And the last one is going to be, don't make your mind up so fast. And this one is a little harder for me because the way that I came to this realization was through realizing some stuff in my past and, feeling a certain way about certain things. I remember when I was younger, my dad actually got really sick, and he got to the point where he was almost like he was in a coma for a while, and they thought that he might pass away. And up until this point in time, my mother and him had divorced, and there was so much malicious things that happened between the two of them that I almost felt like I didn't respect my father, and I didn't, I didn't understand everything that was going on, and I had already made my mind up that he was the bad guy in the situation, which a lot of the times in life, there's no bad or good person. It's just a situation where it's all sorts of complicated, and there's no way to really know what's happening. It's like super complicated. That's, people love to oversimplify things because it helps them understand it, but sometimes in life things are just they're just the way they are. And so so I had made up my mind that he was the bad guy in that whole scenario, and I just decided, you know what, I don't like him, whatever. And I just had a perception of him that wasn't the reality, and he ended up making it out fine, so he's all good now. But just all that is to say that if I had made up my mind about him that day in that time period, and he had ended up dying, the relationship that I have with him now, which is magnificent, I love my father, would never have cultivated, and I would have never understood, everything that has happened up until this point, everything with our relationship. I would have never even been able to fathom that would have been possible. You know what I'm saying? So all that's just to say is that sometimes in life, you don't know until it's too late. And so don't make your mind up so early, and don't learn things the hard way, And this can apply to anything. I mean, I know this is a little more serious, but it does apply to a lot of other stuff, Oh, man. I thought I was going to really, really ace that. I have trouble with that catch. But yeah, kind of some little tidbits of advice, Let me know if you guys got some tidbits of advice. Drop them in the comments. I'll read them all. The ones I like, I'll pin them, or I can only pin one thing, so it might be like situations where one thing's pinned and things are kind of pinned all around. I'll swap them around and see how everything goes. But I'm going to try to get this Z choker and finish on that. Let's try it right here. And I hope you guys had a good New Year. Sorry the video is so serious. Oh, shit. Okay, but you know what? I'll finish on something positive. A lot of you guys think that your flipping is not good. If you're a barrel song flipper and you follow me and you post your content on YouTube, I look at it, and I'll tell you right now, most of the stuff I see, like 99% of it, you guys are all very good flippers. So don't even stress about it. I mean, not that I'm a great flipper to even say what's good and what's not, but when I see you guys, I get jealous. I'm like, wow, these guys are good. You know what I'm saying? It's the new era. Y'all are the new era, and you're making it look good. So don't stress that you're not a good flipper, because I'll tell you right now, you are. And have a good New Year. Let me try to land something that's like worth finishing the video off on. I've been doing this combo right here, where I do that here, right there. Now I fucked it up, but right there, like that. Z choker, wrap it around, catch that same handle. Well, I don't know. Rock on, y'all. Have a beautiful New Year's. Happy New Year's. Thank you for everything that you helped me with out along the journey. And let's have a good year together, all right? Rock on.